Do you mind if I set up next to you? I always like doing yoga next to someone.
It's a public park.
Okay, thanks.
Maybe you should take a class?
I've watched YouTube videos. I just want to loosen up.
You do look very tight.
I know, right? Do you have any recommendations?
We all need to find our own path.
Can I ask you a question? Sorry, just sometimes it's easier to ask a stranger, you know, get an unbiased opinion.
If you're having doubts about him, leave him.
What?
That's the answer to any question about a man, ever.
It's not about my love life.
If I answer your question, will you leave?
You want me to leave?
I'm trying to focus.
I can see the future.
What?
Yeah, like some weird superpower.
That's not a thing.
That's what I thought. But I've been having all these visions pop into my head. Pop, pop, pop for the last month or so.
Of the future.
Hundreds of visions of the future.
If they're of the future, how do you know they're real?
Well, I mean, sometimes the future is the near future. I mean, the really near future. I see something and it happens. Wait. I just had one pop into my head. It was two squirrels fighting over a nut. They climbed up a tree, and then one fell off the branch, landed on his feet, ran off.
You're not serious.
If that happened, that would prove it, right?
I don't even see any squirrels.
I know, it's crazy, but it's real. Look, squirrel. And another one. And there they go. Bill landed on his feet.
How did you do that?
I don't know.
Are they robots?
Robot squirrels?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So you see the future of squirrels?
Well, it's not just squirrels. I mean, it's usually people. I mean, I don't always see if the visions come true or not. I mean, sometimes I think that they're the really far future and they haven't happened yet. And sometimes they're just really boring things, like a guy with his dog. I saw that the other day. And then 20 minutes later, there he was with his dog.
Which he probably walks every day.
I saw his shirt, his pants, every detail, even the sandwich he was eating.
This doesn't seem like much of a superpower.
That's what I thought. But then, I had a vision of a little girl getting hit by a car. It was terrible. It was right down the street from me. So I went down to the street and I waited and I waited and I paced the sidewalk just watching, and then suddenly there she was. And there was the car. And I grabbed her, and she didn't get hit by the car.
Wow.
I've been keeping an eye on her just to see if the universe would try to correct what I did, but no. It's been 3 weeks, and she's fine.
So you can change the future.
It's crazy, and wonderful, and terrible, because it's a huge responsibility. I mean, I saved the girl, that was great, but I I was down on the street freaking out for 8 hours before she showed up. And I'm having a lot of visions pop into my head, like a lot. And it's hard to tell what are things I should try to change and what's just everyday life. Especially because I never have visions of my own future. I'm not sleeping well, but if I do nothing and something happens that I could have prevented, well, that would be awful, right? So, I guess that's my question. What do I do? How obsessive about this should I get?
Do you think you've been given this ability for a reason?
I don't know, I guess.
Then I think you have a responsibility to take action when action needs to be taken.
I'm glad you said that.
Are we done?
No. Because I've been having recurring visions. Not the near future, 20 years from now. There's a man, and he's killing women. A lot of women.
A serial killer.
The things I've seen are terrible.
Tell the police.
Decades before anything has ever happened? They'll think I'm crazy. I mean, I think I'm crazy.
Do you know who the killer is?
I do.
Then maybe you need to...
Take things into my own hands? Kill someone who hasn't even done anything yet?
Sometimes you have to do terrible things for the right reasons.
I've never killed anyone before. I've never even hurt anyone.
I have. 3 years ago, I was in a parking garage late at night when a man, he grabbed me. He wanted to rape me. He would have raped me. I carried a knife in my bag, and I had it out before he knew it, and I stuck it in his neck. And then I just watched him bleed to death on the concrete before I called the police. Just looking into his eyes. It was terrible. But it had to be done, and I'm not sorry I did it.
You didn't get in trouble?
Self-defense.
I don't think I could do that.
You'd be surprised what you can do when you are pushed far enough.
Maybe you could take care of him for me. The serial killer?
No. This is your burden. Make it look like self-defense. Maybe get him to try and kill you if that's his thing. And then stick him with a knife. Go for the neck or the belly. If you go for the belly, stick it in and pull it up. So I've read.
And then?
You're a hero. You are a superhero. Even if no one knows apart from me and my lips are sealed. As soon as you've gone and we've finished this conversation, I'm going to forget it ever happened. Are you still here?
It's your son.
What?
The serial killer. Your son, Daniel.
You're wrong.
Daniel Edward Carter, born July 27, 2019.
My son is 4 years old.
Not in 20 years.
You're not going to kill my son.
I don't want to kill your son.
No.
It's hard, I know.
You came here looking for me.
I did.
Just so you could tell me this story.
Yes, but it's all true.
How do you expect me to react to this?
I want you to help me. Look, I don't know if he was born like this or if he was shaped by some trauma,
My
but
son is not a killer.
if you don't want me to do anything, then you need to watch him, protect him, change him, or else
You'll be watching too.
I have to. It's like you said, I have a responsibility. And now, I guess so do you.
He is a sweet little boy.
What would you do if our places were switched? Keep an eye on him. Fix him. If I stop having visions of him, then it's over. And you'll never see me again.
But if you keep having the visions,
Well, then I guess I have a responsibility.
stop. I want you to have this. It's the one I use. It has history, weight. I want you to use it for the other terrible things you have to do.
Thank you.
But not my son.
Tess.
Say it, not Daniel.
But I can't make that promise.
And I'm sorry.
Why?
He is my son and you will not